And the High Court has quashed the new university funding model, arguing its ideation to implementation lacked critical components as dictated by the Constitution, top among them being lack of the people's involvement through public participation. And as Lois Wangoi reports, while delivering the ruling, Justice Chacha Mwita described the Kenya Kwanza initiated a new higher education funding model as both unlawful and discriminatory.
In his ruling, Justice Chacha Mwita noted that the government has contravened several provisions of the Constitution, top among them being discrimination, adding that the categories of funding set in the new higher education funding model largely exclude many students based on the income of their parents and guardians under the clustering of households' income without factoring their budgets.
Model is discriminatory in some respect, introduces classes based on a perceived financial ability, discrimination among students based on type of school a student attended, whether private or public, and introduces age as a factor in assessing funding, and introduces a non-term called household income as a basis for accessing funding.
Justice Mwita agreed with the petitioners, the Kenya National Human Rights Commission and Elimu Bora Working Group, that there was no public participation in the introduction of the new higher education funding model, thereby denying Kenyans an opportunity to support or critique the model, the importance of the model in the country's education value chain notwithstanding.
The new funding model was not subject to public participation despite its fundamental effect to the country's education system. The implementation of this new funding model also bypassed parliamentary oversight in violation of Article 95 and Article 5B of the Constitution.
In his recommendation, the High Court judge quashed the higher education new funding, which is a big blow to President William Ruto, touting the model as the savior of public university, which were grappling with funding deficits. The model has since received criticism from parents and university students.
The declaration is hereby issued that implementation of the variable scholarship and loan funding model as currently stands contravenes Section 53 of the Constitution under the mandate of the Higher Education Loans Board and is unlawful.
In its immediate response to the ruling, the government sought a 45-day stay to rectify the areas of concern on the new university funding model, prayers which were denied by Justice Chacha Mwita. The judge also ordered for an immediate stop of the implementation of the new higher education funding model. Lois Wangoi, NTV, Nairobi.